Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Today's little sojourn is going to be the January clock challenge. This challenge has been put up by Hugh down in Australia, I believe. I was put onto it by Bluey Pastel, also an Australian turner, and basically you make a clock, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm making a segmented clock using Iroko and also Douglas fir. There are 6 sections of each, so it'll be a dark and light pattern, and the hour markers are going to be very thin slivers of grey perspex, plastic or whatever it's called these days. Macrolon, several different names for it. It's very thin, it's only about 1 millimetre thin, so you won't actually see much of it. I've started already doing the prep work. I've cut the segments for the first bits and the bits of perspex. So the first job will be to glue them all together. I shall be using epoxy. So we'll go to the glue up table, which is also the saw bench, and anything else I decide to do, bench. So see you in a bit. Right, these are all the segments set out. Don't be fooled by the white paint, that is actually Douglas fir under there. These are all offcuts from a previous job. I haven't got a great deal of dried timber in stock at the moment. Most of this stuff is green, and for a clock I need to have something reasonably stable. These little bits here and there are the bits which will fit in between the segments and act as the hour markers. I don't know if you can see it, but they are very thin, so you won't see much of them, but there'll be enough of a demarcation to show the hours, hopefully. Right, next job, mix up some epoxy, slap it all on, get a clamp on it. Right, I've got some epoxy mixed up, I'll start gluing them together. You might have to excuse a few strange noises, apart from the insistent drone of my heater and my voice, of course. We've got a storm blowing outside, Storm Christoph, so we're getting a fair bit of strange wind noise. Not me, honest. Iroko is quite an oily timber, so I have wiped it over with some methylated spirits, DNA, whatever you like to call it, or wherever you are in the world. I shall apply glue to all of the faces. Pretty good. Right, all we've got to do now is wait for the glue to go off. Get back to you in a while. Right, there we are, it's had 24 hours to go off. I've just hot glued it onto the baseboard, which is on a faceplate, and I'm now just going to clean up the front, and then I've got to obviously clean up these edges so they're proper circles. There's probably a technical term for that, but I don't know what it is. Super. Right, what I'm going to do now is take out the inside so it's circular. I shall do that with a parting tool, I think, and I shall then re-glue it because it's glued inside as well, and then I can do the outside. Right, I'll fire the old hot glue gun up, re-stick those, and then I can do the same on the outside. Okay, there we are. What I'll do now is just run this through and get that round. And I'll get this surface sanded and sealed. I'll give a bit of a scrape actually first. Right, bit of sand in then. Right, it's sanded down to 600. I'm just going to put some sanding sealer on it now. I'll give it a couple of coats of this, and I'll put some wood wax 22 on it just as a protector, because there's some, there will be other things being attached to this. At some point, and I don't want the glue to stain if I can avoid it. So a little bit of wood wax for protection will go a long way. Right, it's had 2 coats of sanding sealer on it. I'm just going to put a bit of wood wax 22 on it. What is going to happen, there will be another ring on the outside of the clock, which obviously will hide all the end grain bits. That'll be another segmented ring, but it won't be divided like this is. And then we've got to sort out what we're going to do in the middle. Obviously we need a middle for the fingers to attach to. And I want to do something a bit special with the middle, and for that I need to speak to somebody else. What am I doing? I don't know. So basically what we need to do now is get this glued into there, and when the glue's gone off we can face it on the faceplate. Oh, there you go, you can see it now. And then I can trim off the entire back of the clock, and obviously trim off these edges. Right, superb. Right, well, I've got it mounted up on a timber faceplate, just hot glue. This is the back of the clock. I've just got to trim this off so it's all nice and lovely, and obviously clean up this as well. So we'll do that. I'll get back to you when I'm about to put some sealer on it. Right, that's the back sanded down to 400. I'm just going to put a couple of coats of sanding sealer on there, just to seal it while I do the rest of the work. I've just got to do a little bit more work on the face of the clock. Hopefully not too much more. Right, I've done the resin pour, and as you can see it's poured all over the back as well as over the front. So I'm just going to clean that up and then reverse mount it and clean off the other side. Right, it's had 2 coats of sanding sealer. I'm just going to put the old favourite wood wax on it and give it a buff. There we have it, that's the back done. Now I've got to concentrate on the front. Right, now I'll just scrape off the front. Try a bit of sanding, see what that does. Right, well, there we go. That's got a coat of microcrystalline wax from Chestnut Products. That's why it's a little bit dull at the moment. Unfortunately, the crystal clear epoxy resin that I purchased doesn't appear to come out crystal clear, so I don't think I shall be purchasing that one again. I'm just letting the microcrystalline or microcrystalline, whichever way around you want it, flash off a bit. It suggests a few minutes for it to harden off before polishing, so that's exactly what I'm doing, and I'll get back to you when it's time to whiz it round. Right, there we go. All that remains now is to put it back together, or put the workings in it anyway. So I'll get back to you when I've done that. Well, there we have it, folks. That's my, or would have been my entry into the January clock challenge, but unfortunately it's end of the first week in February, so I sort of missed it a little bit. But it's not, so the resin itself's not exactly as clear as I'd have liked it to be, which is a shame, because of course it did say crystal clear resin on the bottle. Oh, shaky camera work there. The artwork was supplied by kind permission of Julia Hill Illustrator. I'll put details to her fantastic art website and Facebook page in the description, because believe you me, it's well worth a look. And I'd also like to say a big thank you to all of my subscribers now, both the new ones and the old ones. This is what the channel's all about. As far as I'm concerned, it's putting out what I can do to you folks, and seeing whether you like it or not. So a big thank you to all of you. Look forward to seeing you again. Bye for now.